check. There was a family friend, and it piped him in. It piped him in over digitals, and they were talking all sorts of personal everything. And I remember I thought they thought back, and I was like, oh yeah, that was like last week or like almost a week ago. He sent me a message. I could have sworn that was a private message under a private personal account. I was like, yeah, okay, but they piped it in part, whatever. So what was their request? They were like, and I was like, well, me, because being a anything, and money is a competitive sport, or something similar. Mine. So I'm a sixth Mohegan, a sixth, 1/6th Mohegan, genetically, hereditarily. Um, as far as like, you know, blood, skin, bone, hair, everything head to toe, or toe to head. You know, from the uh, head to toe or toe to head. Dotted I's, crossed T's, sharp teeth, heart bone, missing neck bone. Um, what was the other thing? Sharp teeth, extra long nails to grow fast, regenerative properties or whatever, hypnotism capabilities, and things like that. You know, a sixth Mohegan, right? Yes, but you're an eighth Cherokee too, on top of it. Say, yep. So that's what. Well, it's over a sixth. It's 15.75% Mohegan, which is over a sixth Mohegan. And then the eighth Cherokee, I was like, well, 25% is a quarter, and half of that is an eighth. Okay, so 25% and half of that is 12.5%. Okay, and regardless of who said what about which race is endangered or more important, there was the Sovereign Nation Collective or something similar. Since before Wounded Knee was announced to the country in 1970, which was only like 40 years ago, and around here we lost. But as far as the Cherokee, they probably didn't. You know, are there how many highways are through the Cherokee reservations? So, because I got the invite on Facebook and they were sending me some like big important political things, and I was like, but I'm only an eighth. And they're like, only an eighth? How many wives should you have? And I was like, when they said you guys weren't endangered, and they were like, well, look within yourself, young one. It's like, was I really trying to marry my dad's half sister? Because she's Cherokee too, but from in a larger portion than me, from different Cherokee than my dad somehow. Said, but they're still related through, probably through this 25% that isn't indigenous to the USA. Said, oh, that makes sense. Yeah. So wait. Before we get too far into them, I really did think she was my sister for a long time. And then he kind of kick down the front door and take his belt off. So this is something about the back to the box inhales. She wasn't your sister. Why do you keep thinking that? She's my sister. It's like, what? Anyway, so that's enough for those. Did you mention bone structure Cherokee? Because they do. I do have a very bony throat. It's like, is that an ab? No, that's a bone. Yeah, it kind of like spider webs around. Is that why they make like chokers and stuff? Like they have the Apache thing, and they have like, and it's like it's made of bone and turquoise in the same time, but the big jewel right there and things. Yeah, well, a bunch of different sovereign nations make those to honor the Cherokee naturally bony throat. And then there's that blood wind call from hell sort of thing that the Cherokee Drew Woo, is that well, it's very attractive for women that are into that, that have heard and understand, or maybe just naturally attract. As far as men, it scared a poopy at Bob Weir that one time and it's like, wow, I didn't mean to sound like that. I was sitting down and I was like, I'm sorry, and he was like, it's okay. And they changed the tune all around immediately, specifically just because of that one cry that like the entire live audience heard and was like, Roo? It's like golf shoes. I don't know. Check 455 221 out.